Good Monday morning. It is the 22nd of December. It's a Monday. Couple of good things is yesterday was the winter solstice, which means yesterday was the shortest day of the year, which means it's going to get warmer. Well, I wish it was warmer. It's going to get lighter. We're going to get 3 extra minutes of daylight per day. And you think 3 minutes, that's it? But if you think about it, in 20 days, that's an extra hour. So if we look at the bigger picture, we're on the right track. We're getting better now. So I was looking at the cognitive behavioral therapy that I was talking about the last time. And, it's basically retraining how you think about things. It's talking about, you feel, you feel left out because you weren't invited to, you feel like your friends don't like you. Okay. And you go into your therapy and you say, yeah, my friends don't like me. And the therapist talks to you and figures out why you feel that way. And you feel that way because, well, a friend of mine got married and didn't invite me to the wedding. And when you start really digging into it, you realize they didn't invite you because it was family only, to save money, or if it was a destination wedding or something. But there was a reason why. And it wasn't because they didn't like you, it was because they couldn't, or something like that. So you go through and you figure out your emotions, why you feel that you figure out, okay, this is how I feel. And then you identify what the reason is that you feel that way. And then you modify your behavior and your thoughts, or you modify your behavior to help change your thoughts. So it's kind of like, they call it a triangle. It's the emotions, the feelings, and the behavior, or the, what you do to be what you do. Another example would be, you broke up with your partner the other day, and now you feel like nobody loves you. So, you feel like nobody loves you and nobody cares, and then you end up, you're all depressed, and you end up going and getting a cheeseburger rather than a salad, or you go home and you have a drink. That can lead to rather dangerous behaviors. And if you can figure out exactly why you feel that way, and know that, if you can fix that in your head, because there is somebody out there that loves you. You have parents, you have siblings, you have friends, you have all these people that love you. So up here, that you're loved by other people, but in here, you were just hurt by someone who loved you, or who you thought loved you, and who you loved. And it makes you feel like this big, and what cognitive behavioral therapy does is it helps you identify why you feel the way you feel. It helps you retrain your brain to look at it in a different light. And it also helps you come up with better behaviors to be a substitute for, like alcohol or tobacco or overeating or drugs or, things like that. So it says it's a very short therapy thing. It can go from, 5 sessions to 20 sessions, and that's about it. But apparently it can be rather intense, because they want to bring up, your emotions that you're struggling with. And if that, if you're in there for, say, PTSD, for example, there's going to be some things in there that you're not going to want to bring up, but you do, because it helps you heal. and it can be, I guess, rather intense, rather uncomfortable at times, but that's what they say. And there is a huge margin of success with this. I mean, it's a big number of success. And they say you're supposed to do this with a licensed therapist that works with cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. But there is an app that you can get. Of course, there's an app for everything. But I'm thinking that maybe, because I know a lot of us are so busy, but I don't have the time to take away so that I can go and do an actual therapy. Being the only one in the office here that is a provider, I'm the sole person, and if I'm not here, the office ain't working. So I kind of have to be here. So if I can, unless I can get a therapy in the evening or on a weekend, that would be, but I don't know. I mean, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about when I was doing therapy with Dr. Lisa at Essentia. And this is very much like what she was doing with me. Like I had somebody in my life that I was really struggling with. They would get kind of, how do I say it? They would say things that were not very nice, and I would take it super hard. And they were saying those things because they were frustrated, and they didn't know how else to get it through my head that I needed to change something. But yet it really hurt, and it made me sad, it made me depressed, it made me angry, it made me frustrated. So that was a big hurdle for me, was trying to get over that. And I had to look at it from his point of view. I had to look at it and say, okay, this is what they're talking about. And this is why they say what they do. And I had to change my way of thinking. And now, I mean, we are so close, And I mean, it was one of those things. I think that's exactly what she was doing. Whether she knew it or not, that's what she was doing, is basically a form of CBT. And when I think about it, I use that a lot now. When I look at things like, things like if somebody comes in, like if my boss comes in and gets upset about something, I can calmly in my head, I mean, yeah, everything just kind of goes, but at the same time, I can in my head say, okay, this is why they're saying what they're saying, and I understand it, which makes it easier for me to take. So I mean, it's very interesting to me, and I do want to try it, whether it's on the app or in person or whatever, but I think I am going to try it because I think it will help. I think it will help. So I'm going to give it a try. And I will get back to you. Probably won't be for another few months until I am able to get back to you, because it'd probably take that long for me to get through it. But, yeah. And if you're wondering why my voice is like this, so I kind of did a dumb, and on my way here, the Messiah was on NPR. And when I was in high school, I actually was singing with the symphony orchestra, or the symphony chorus, the Duluth Symphony Chorus. And I wasn't able to actually complete it because I ended up coming down with double pneumonia. So, but I remember the music, and I was trying to sing along, and I was singing soprano at that time. And I am not a soprano now. And as I was singing, I could feel my voice just going, and I'm like, but I couldn't help it. I just kept trying to sing it. and it got super loud and really bad. And this is what happens when you try to sing soprano too early in the morning when you're not a soprano. So, that being said, yeah. So anyway, so today being a Monday, usually I'm like, oh my God, it's Monday. And nope, I'm going to continue on with my belief now that Mondays are a fresh start to the week. So, you guys have a fabulous fresh start to your week. Going to be a short week because it's got Christmas and Christmas Eve. Yeah, if you're looking for a church service for Christmas Eve, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are C&E, Christmas and Easter. But if you're looking for a church service, the old Zion Lutheran, which is now called Spirit of God Lutheran, down in Lincoln Park, we're right across the street from the park, right across the avenue from the park, the big brick building. And if you're looking to come to a service, 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve, and it used to be 4, but now it's 3 o'clock. So hope to see you there. Love you guys. Bye.